Excellencies and friends, we're now at the closing session of the Global Landscapes Forum in Marrakesh, and we have some exciting news to share and a very prominent panel to deliver these messages. I think we had a great day. I'm particularly happy that so many, actually 4,000 people connected online from almost 100 countries. So you may think that this is a smaller landscapes forum. It's actually not. I've seen packed discussion forum, lively discussions, and this combined with the online presence, I think is a model for the future. So now we're ready for the finale. Our theme today has been climate action for sustainable development, and we made a special point of saying climate action for sustainable development, and the notion that we need a holistic approach in landscapes to meet the many expectations, of which climate change is one. We also seem to agree that solutions will vary between landscapes and that we want to embrace this diversity rather than finding too simple solutions. So this last session is really about what will now happen to the Global Landscapes Forum going forward. After 4 successful global sessions at the 4 consecutive UNFCCC COPs, Warsaw, Lima, Paris, and now here in Marrakesh. We also had 2 additional Global Landscapes Forum, which we called the investment case. We had those 2 conferences in London, bringing the finance community in. So after all this, we've agreed between core partners that it's time to move onwards and upwards, both to engage with a wider range of expert communities on the issues and opportunities in landscapes, and actually go beyond the climate negotiation context. It's still there, it's still hugely important, but we also think that there are other aspects. And also, more importantly, to get closer to the ground and make a real difference. Let me now give you a personal perspective of how I myself ended up here. And I'd like to start by saying that it's interesting to have 2 foresters in the family. Anne-Sophie is here as well. And we've had many debates through the years. Just imagine trying to explain what actually is achieved by going to all these big conferences. I mean, what difference does it make on the ground to have yet another global talk? And I myself is running out of arguments on this one, and I'm sure some of you are as well. There must be another way to get the job done. So between us, Anne-Sophie brings the rural development perspective, whereas I have been the more technocratic forest planning and economist with some inventory and remote sensing thrown in. So very fortunately, she's pushed me to put people at the center. I think eventually it begins to have some effect. So remember the saying that forestry is not about trees, it's about people. It is only about trees insofar as they serve the needs of people. A famous forester that said that. But it can also be said about landscapes. So when we now talk about reaching 1 billion in the next phase of GLF, I want to acknowledge that the very source of that action is actually Anne-Sophie, and that's why I'm standing here now. And that she is as curious as I am how we're actually going to achieve that. Now, but it's a great vision, and with great partners, we will do it. The rest of this session is devoted to our core partners of the Global Landscapes Forum, and I would like to start by giving the floor to His Excellency Johan Lasbach, the State Secretary for the Ministry of the Environment, Nature Conservation, Building and Nuclear Safety. You'll be speaking on behalf of Minister Barbara Hendricks. So please, Johan, you have the floor.